I've actually argued with some of those directors, producers, courtside, and other fans, because you know the who's who of L.A. shows up to Laker games saying, give the brother a chance. He did commit to 4 years. He is a 3-time champion, greatest player in the world. Why y'all tripping? What the hell did y'all have before he got here? The last 5 years, you didn't make the playoffs. From 1948 to 2013, when you were in Minneapolis and you transitioned to L.A., you missed the playoffs a grand total of 5 times in over 60 years. And here you are tripping when this man comes to town and you've missed the playoffs the last 5 years. They're like, Stephen A., we don't give a damn. We want somebody, we want people who want to be here and want to be a part of Laker Nation, the fabric of L.A. And we don't think that's what he wants. We think he just came into Hollywood. We don't even think winning is a priority. This is what they're saying. So if they're saying those kind of things about him, I want to see what choices LeBron James himself makes. He knows his body better than anybody. He's absolutely phenomenal. If he were to take the rest of the year off, I wouldn't knock him for it because they're not going to the playoffs. He put in his time, and the next 3 years are important. But I want to see what decision he's interested in making as opposed to Magic and the Lakers making it for him, because I want to see what playing, particularly in this town, with this fan base means to him as opposed to the Lakers.
I'd be mad if they didn't put him on a minutes restriction. I'm glad the Lakers are doing this. Listen, the Lakers are saying we have 4 years invested in you, and we intend to get 4 years out of you. So, okay, couldn't get it done this year. There's a 99% chance we're not going to make the playoffs. We're not running this dude into the ground, so he's compromised later. Even if there's no catastrophic injury, the number of miles this guy has on his legs. Do people realize there's never been a player close to this good, given the number of minutes, NBA minutes he's already played, this deep into his career? Never, ever. Not close to this good. By the time, not even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right, who's the guy really LeBron's competing with as the second greatest player in history behind Michael Jordan. Not even Kareem was this good, having played this many NBA minutes. They better put him on a minutes restriction. You know how the Lakers found themselves in this position in the first place, guys? Everyone talks about the Chris Paul trade that was undone by the league. Kobe Bryant was determined that the Lakers were not going to miss the playoffs the year they got Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, and then Steve Nash got hurt. Kobe took over the point. D'Antoni was the coach. He wasn't getting along with Powell, trying to use him as a stretch four, and Powell really couldn't shoot the three, and he wanted him off the bench. This whole soap opera. Lakers were about to miss the playoffs. Kobe staged a mutiny, took over the offense, played them into the playoffs, snapped his Achilles, was never the same. And here was the real turning point in the franchise. Before Kobe ever got back out on the court, the Lakers extended him. And when they gave him that contract, and remember, he was only never the same again because the Achilles snapped because he played himself too many minutes. And D'Antoni went along with it. The franchise went along with it. Since then, even when they cleared cap space, before LeBron took their money, they couldn't get anyone to take their money. They wound up with I remember, who are the Lakers going to get? I was doing afternoon drive out there at the time. This one or that one, all the top free agents. They wound up with Luol Deng and Timofey Mozgov, each on 4-year deals for like 16, 17 million a year. They had to trade D'Angelo Russell just to get out of one of those deals. Those deals killed them because those were the only people on earth who would take their money. Then LeBron took their money. So Lakers fans, calm all the way down. This dude made you relevant again. And the Lakers sitting or restricting his minutes, everyone calm down. It's the smart thing to do.
Stephen A., I'm having trouble with something you said. You said you want to see how LeBron feels about this minute restriction. You want to see what LeBron decides to do. Now, I listened to you, Stephen A., and I think we share an opinion on this. While LeBron might not be the GM, while he might not be the coach, while he might not be dictating what goes on in L.A., he has massive influence on every decision around him, no matter what town he's in. You're telling me you already don't know how LeBron feels about this minute restriction? You don't think he had influence, input, could have even dictated how many minutes he's going to be playing? How do we not know how he already feels?
No, I don't know. That's not what I'm trying to intimate. What I'm trying to intimate is that this city feels as if they don't know. And so they're interested in seeing where LeBron James' hearts lie. See, one of the things about being a great columnist, the likes of a Bill Plaschke, for example, and people don't realize this about the media, they act like an individual media member is talking for themselves. No. If you're any kind of a columnist, if you're any kind of a media member, you get the pulse of the people that resonate with you, who follow you, who read your work, watch you on television and radio and things of that nature. You feel the pulse of the city that you represent. When I was a columnist in Philadelphia, it wasn't about me talking. It was about me marching the streets of Philadelphia and recognizing the stuff that was reverberating throughout the city and making sure that those voices got heard in the form of an 800 to 900 word column. That's what you do. So it's not about what Bill Plaschke wrote. It's about who Bill Plaschke is disseminating the message for. And he's disseminating the message for the City of Angels, L.A., who has questions about whether or not LeBron James' heart is in it. Fair enough. I think it's ridiculous because I think LeBron is a winner. But the fact of the matter is he's here in L.A., and there are people who have those questions. And, Max, to get to your point about Kobe Bryant, let's be clear, Max. Let's tell the truth about this. You only told the partial truth. The Timothy Mozgov, Luau Deng thing, sure. Kobe and Achilles, sure. But the greatest impediment to the success of the Lakers, to the allure of the Lakers at that time, was Jim Buss.
Sure.
And the dysfunctional relationship with Jim Buss and Jeannie Buss.
That's right.
And you know that.
That's right, but part of that was the Kobe extension because they.
I'm just saying the greater part was Jim Buss.
The message that was sent when Jim Buss was at the helm, and I've dealt with Jim. I've always had a good experience with him, so I take no pleasure in saying this. But the message that was sent was that you're not in good hands here. The franchise is not being run competently. I agree with that, and part of that was indicated by the fact that Kobe could play himself as many minutes as he wanted.
But that was before signing Kobe.
He got an
they
extension.
felt that way before Kobe. That's all I'm saying.
I agree, but that was just more and more evidence. Right. Okay, fine.